Welcome to Gray Overload. I'm Anthony, and here's Intel's downfall. It's just the security flaw of Intel. It's called downfall, and it's another security attack. And I'm getting mixed up on all my security attacks, so I'm trying to keep them all straight. I might have mixed up some of AMD's ones. I just did Inceptions, but bear with me. It's this whole week is going to be security flaws. This is my fourth video today. I'm recording for you. I'm going to get them all out this week, and for you all. And this might be the last one, so you might have already seen them. But going through, and this is called Intel Downfall. Now, we'll head over to the Downfall webpage. Great page. I mean, great little description. They really do a good job here. I have to say that some of these security researchers really make it nice and fun, even with how some of these attacks and vulnerabilities are. So this attack is a weakness found in critical weakness, as they call it, and found in billions of microprocessors in personal cloud computers. Now, the CVE number I will go through and post in the description below, along with I was reading Phoronix, great site. They actually have some performance data on this as well. I'll make you go look at that. If you're curious of how this affects your performance, that's on you. And checking out their site, because I think it's a great resource. He does so much performance data. He does a really good job there. Especially, and this is going to be Linux performance, because he mostly focuses on that. But he tests on a different kernel with different patches, so you can see what the performance does to the processor. Really great stuff there. But getting back to this here, so this enables the user to steal access from other users who share the same computer. So downfall here is stealing sensitive information like passwords and encryption keys and private data such as banking details and personal email messages, similar to the in cloud computing environments where malicious customers exploit downfall vulnerabilities to steal data credentials from other customers who share the same cloud computer. That's not really good, right? This is not a great thing to have, and Intel will be having to patch this through microcode, through firmware, etc. This is and he has some ways to steal it. And let's get into the question we're all going to ask ourselves. Am I affected by this vulnerability? Yes. If you have an Intel CPU, laptop, tablet, cloud, etc., desktop cloud computer, even if you don't own a physical Intel one, Intel server share is 70%, so it likely affects everyone, unfortunately. Now, the computing devices are 6th gen Skylake to 11th gen Tiger Lake are affected. A more comprehensive list is here. I will post this for you going through it to your heart's content, because that's a long list. I think it also has all their, this is their affected processors of their transient execution attacks. So it might have more than just this. And this goes through and everything else, but mitigations are microcode updates with blocks of transient results to gather instructions to prevent the attacker code observing speculative data from gather. Yep, another microcode update. So as these come out, they will be updated. I'm guessing there will also be a software fix. These are this is the reason why they call it downfall. This is actually interesting. It's fundamental security boundaries in computing is successor to the previous leaked vulnerabilities, including meltdown and fallout. So again, I talked about Inception was just another step down from meltdown inspector. This is another down on there, and so here we go, another issue. This is Intel's update on it. They call it medium security, so AMD and Intel all have mediums this week, but they are security stuff, and they are something I like to keep up on, something to keep people notified. This is a vector execution on some Intel R processors that allow authentication of users to potentially enable information disclosure via local access as well. One thing I wish that Intel would put on here is all the CPUs affected. I mean, they do have recommendations here to what's been going on. So Intel recommends that users affected by Intel processor update use the latest version of firmware as well of so again, you're going to have to be doing the latest firmware updates and keep on top of that. Keep on top of your on your BIOS updates. These are just things that are happening now. We have security flaws that are happening all the time. These researchers, I want to say, great job, researchers going out there and looking to fix these things, finding these things. I guess you're not really fixing them, but you are finding them so that the engineers can go and fix them. I really do appreciate all the research that goes into it, because it isn't something that you just turn on and find. Now, once they have a speculation or get one of these, they can always find variations, which is always another good thing, and how these variations work. And it's better that the researchers are finding them before somebody out in the wild is using them, right? And a bad actor using them is a negative effect on the user. So again, practice best security practices. Keep in mind kind of what you're doing. Again, everybody's getting after these. It is something that is happening. It's something here that we kind of got to keep track of and be able to do. I know updates, especially if you have a lot of computers like I do in my house, it's, you go through every month and try to make sure to see everything's up to date, every BIOS, every there. And I manage a lot of different computers for family members. I keep a spreadsheet on stuff just to kind of keep on top of things. It's kind of something, it's in the area we are at currently today. And, there's tools like sometimes they're just too heavy, I think. The HP tools, the Dell tools that try to keep you up to date on your BIOSes, your drivers, etc. And that can help mitigate your OS updates. One day, hopefully, Microsoft can just push BIOSes and OS updates and everything through its Windows updates, really kind of streamline things. That would be kind of a huge help to kind of mitigate a lot of these security issues. But then you do have people that don't want them. So if you're one of those people, I'll let you stay on top of your security. But if you are somebody that wants to stay on top of it, make sure you go to check out the BIOS, get those microcode updates through that. Maybe it's through an OS update as well. But stay on top of those OS updates just to try to keep yourself hardened against a lot of these security flaws that are coming out. This is just another one. Downfall happens to be off of Spectre or Meltdown as well. And as Inception was for AMD, but these are something that we all have to keep in mind and be able to do. So with that, thank you so much for watching. Thank you for taking the time to help support Grow Everyone and help this channel grow. I really do appreciate it. Until next time, God bless.